McLaren will present their new car live on the Sky Sports F1 channel at midday. They'll have British driver Lando Norris racing for them this season as they look for a big improvement from last year. I can tell you what, let's go live to Craig Slater at their headquarters in Woking. There he is, Craig.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes, I'm at the spectacular McLaren Technology Centre with Chief Executive Zak Brown. We're in the Boulevard here, which has this wonderful display of cars, but it's this year's car we're looking forward to seeing. Zak, happy Valentine's Day. I've got to say that first of all. We'll take a stroll along here, and I'll just ask you, will it be a case for you and your drivers of love at first sight when we see the new car?
I think so. The car looks stunning. All the men and women here at McLaren have done an outstanding job, so we're all excited to see it hit the track next Monday in Spain.
Well, you look pretty sharp for what is, I suppose, the first date with the new car.
It's a fancy day.
What will she be wearing? Will there be a change of outfit, as it were?
It's going to look different from last year's car. I think you'll see it won't be a huge variation of color combination, but there's definitely some design and, very importantly, some new partners on board.
Okay, well, that's good news. But if I can extend this whole loving metaphor, can I ask, is this car differently conceived from last year's car? I mean, it's a new technical team, so has the creation of it been very different?
Yeah, there's substantial changes to the car, both in, ultimately in the output and how all the men and women got there in the design and the things we did in the winter. So it's definitely a different race car from last year, and I think the rules changes are always a good opportunity to hit the reset button. So anxious to get to the racetrack, and let's see how she does.
Okay. Well, that brings us on to, I suppose, expectations for the year, and ultimately you want to get back to where this legendary team was when the great Ayrton Senna was driving for you. I mean, this is an astonishing piece of artwork. Paul Oz bronze, which adorns this area here, and Ayrton sits in racing pose right next to the car with which he defended the World Championship with it in 1991. But where are you on that road, Zak, do you sense, back to the front? What would this year represent? I mean, it's hard to say at this stage, but what kind of improvement would you like to see by the end of this year?
Yeah, well, I think we just want to see a good step forward from where we were last year. Obviously, we didn't develop a very good race car. We've certainly got higher hopes for this year's car, but it's a bit hard to tell till you get out there. The competition, I think, is only getting tougher in this sport. So let's see what the drivers say after they've driven it, and then we can maybe start to set some expectations.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, the new regulations maybe ought to concertina the field a little bit. I mean, are Renault the obvious benchmark, given that you have the same power unit as them? They're also a big team looking to get back to some way near the level they used to be at.
Yeah, they're a great team, and having the same power unit, that takes out one of the elements of the equation, so it's a natural team to look at. But ultimately, there's 9 really good teams, and so Renault's just one of the benchmarks. So we're just going to do the best we can.
Okay, great stuff. We'll have a great launch today, Zak, and it's lovely to see so many McLaren fans in here as well. Golden tickets to many loyal fans to come in and share this day with the assembled engineers and the rest of the team. And we're looking forward to seeing that launch live over on Sky Sports F1 a little bit later this morning.
Looking forward to that. Craig, thank you very much indeed.